We're taught from childhood that monsters are easy to spot. They hide under beds, they growl in the dark. But in the world of criminal psychology, the most dangerous predators don't hide in the shadows. They hide in plain sight. They are the most charming person in the room. They are the high-achieving CEO, the magnetic cult leader, or a partner who seems too good to be true. Today, we're unmasking the predator next door by decoding a psychological blueprint known as the Dark Triad. The Dark Triad isn't a single diagnosis. It's a toxic intersection of three distinct personality traits that, when combined, create a person capable of incredible success and unimaginable coldness. First, there is narcissism. This isn't just vanity. Clinical narcissism is a sense of grandiosity and entitlement. To a narcissist, other people aren't individuals. They are mirrors meant to reflect their greatness. They don't just want your respect, they believe they own it. Next, we have Machiavellianism, named after the political theorist Niccolo Machiavelli, who famously said it is better to be feared than loved. These individuals are the master manipulators. They are cynical, calculating, and patient. While others act on emotion, they act on a chessboard. They don't react to life, they orchestrate it. Every conversation is a calculation, and every relationship is a means to an end. Finally, the most dangerous pillar, psychopathy. This is the engine of the triad. It's characterized by high impulsivity and a complete lack of remorse. If a normal person hurts someone, their heart rate spikes. Their brain sends signals of guilt or stress. A psychopath, their pulse stays perfectly still. They can look you in the eye and lie without a single physiological flicker. It is the clinical absence of a conscience. You might be thinking, I'd know if I met someone like that, but would you? In 1941, Dr. Hervé Clecquy coined a terrifying term, the mask of sanity. He argued that these predators aren't insane in the traditional sense. They are mimicry experts. They don't feel love, but they've spent years studying how you feel it. They've memorized the scripts of empathy so perfectly that they can play the role of the perfect friend, lover, or leader. This comes down to a terrifying neurological split, cognitive versus affective empathy. Affective empathy is when you feel someone's pain in your own chest. It's why you winced when you saw someone get hurt. Cognitive empathy is simply knowing that someone is in pain. The Dark Triad individual has zero affective empathy, but their cognitive empathy is off the charts. They don't feel your pain, they analyze it so they can use it against you. If these traits are so predatory, why do we find them at the top of the corporate ladder? Studies show that while about 1% of the general population meets the criteria for psychopathy, that number can jump to 10% in the boardroom. These traits, coldness, fearlessness, and calculation, can actually look like leadership in a high-stakes environment. But the difference between a leader and a predator is what they do when the lights go out. What separates the billionaire from the serial killer? Usually, it's two things: impulse control and upbringing. Take the case of neuroscientist James Fallon. While scanning brains of murderers, he accidentally scanned his own and found the exact biological markers of a psychopath. He had the warrior gene and the specific brain damage associated with violent criminals. Yet, he was a successful scientist and a family man. Why wasn't Fallon a criminal? Because he had a stable, loving childhood that turned off the expression of his predatory genes. He had the hardware of a monster, but the software of a citizen. But for those without that safety net, for those raised in chaos or trauma, the Dark Triad becomes a roadmap to the courtroom. The same brain that could have run a company ends up running a criminal enterprise. So, how do you protect yourself? Look for the slip. Watch for the pity play where they use a tragic past to excuse current abuse or to make you feel guilty for questioning them. Watch for love-bombing excessive affection and attention used to overwhelm your judgment early on. And watch for the flat effect, the way their eyes look when they think no one is watching. That moment when the smile drops, and you see the coldness underneath. Evil doesn't always wear a mask of horror. Sometimes, it wears a tailored suit and a perfect smile. Have you ever met someone whose mask slipped? Someone who felt perfect until they suddenly didn't. Tell me your story in the comments. It might save someone else from becoming a pawn in their game. Subscribe to decode the darker side of the human mind and stay one step ahead of the predators. See you in the next investigation.